Have you ever held a newborn baby in your arms? Now imagine this. You look down at that little one and you mutter, "What a worthless piece of junk." Ridiculous, right? It's unthinkable. Nobody does that because deep down we all know that child is priceless. They've done nothing to earn it. They can't work. They can't achieve. They can't even sleep through the night. And yet we know this life matters. This person matters. But somewhere along the way, we forget this truth about ourselves. We trade "I am valuable" for "I'm not good enough," or "I'll only matter if I accomplish more." That's where mental health begins to crumble. In today's video, I want to share with you one of the most important foundations for emotional health, the law of inherent worth, what I call the Unshakable Value Principle. You'll learn a practice to move this principle from your head to your heart. The principle is this: every human life has inherent, unshakable worth, not because of what we do, but because of who we are. That may sound simple, but it's one of the most revolutionary truths in history. Faith traditions affirm it. The Bible says, "So God created mankind in his own image." That means your value isn't earned, it's imprinted, woven into your very DNA. The psalmist wrote, "You are fearfully and wonderfully made." But even outside of faith, humanity keeps circling back to this same truth. Immanuel Kant, the philosopher, said, "People must never be treated merely as tools, but always as ends in themselves." Why? Because dignity doesn't come from status or skill, it comes from being human. Civil rights movements declared it too. Abolition, women's rights, Martin Luther King Jr., all built on the same foundation. All human beings are created equal. Another way of saying all human beings have equal worth. Neuroscience confirms it. Your brain has built-in care circuits. When a baby cries, your amygdala lights up, oxytocin surges. We are hardwired to recognize value in the vulnerable. Psychology agrees. Carl Rogers taught that people flourish only when they experience unconditional positive regard. The sense that their value doesn't have to be earned. When worth is conditional, mental health collapses. Viktor Frankl, survivor of Auschwitz, said, "Man retains the freedom to choose his attitude in any given set of circumstances." Even in the camps, stripped of everything, he discovered worth can never be stolen, only forgotten. History shows the opposite too. When worth is denied, dehumanization follows. Slavery, genocide, bullying. It always begins by convincing people they are worthless. And once worth is stripped away, cruelty becomes possible. But here's the miracle. When we rediscover worth, even in small ways, healing begins. A smile, a kind word, a gentle touch. They call us back to who we really are. And that is the message of the song Priceless at the end of this video. The chorus says, "Priceless you were born, a divine design, unbreakable, unshakable. That worth is yours and mine." That's not just poetry, it's principle. Your worth was set before your first breath. No failure, no trauma, no rejection, no success, no paycheck, no number on any scale can add to it. Nothing can take away from it. This is the unshakable value principle. It's the foundation everything else is built on. Confidence, boundaries, resilience. even love itself. Without it, the structure of mental health collapses. With it, everything becomes possible. So here's a practice, an actual tool to use. So how do you take this truth from your head to your heart? Here are 3 different tools you can try today. Tool number 1 is a worth reflection. Write these truths in your journal. I am worthy because I exist. I am worthy because I can love and be loved. I'm worthy because I am a child of God. Notice how your mind reacts. It may actually push back, and that's normal. Just keep going. And here's a little word shift that helps. Instead of asking, am I worthy? Try asking, am I worthy? See the difference? Worthy often feels like a verdict, as if some invisible judge is deciding your case. But worthy means I am filled with worth. It's a state of being, not a status to earn. Let that small shift reframe the way you see yourself. Tool number 2 is the newborn test. When you feel worthless, picture yourself as a newborn. Ask, would I ever call that baby worthless? If not, then why do I treat myself differently now? And tool number 3 is to implement the ACT worth practice. The ACT framework is as follows. Acknowledge and accept. Notice the I'm not enough thought without judgment. Change your body. Place a hand over your heart. Breathe deeply. And then think well. Replace the thought with I'm a child of God with divine heritage and infinite potential, or something like that, something that fits your personal beliefs and ideas. And last, take action. Do one small thing that honors your worth. Rest, set a boundary, or create something. Not to earn worth, but to live from your worth. This is how you stop chasing worth and start living from it. And if your brain argues back, yeah, but I'm the exception. Everyone else has worth, just not me. Nobody in history gets to be the one person without worth. So nice try. This is the Unshakable Value Principle, one of the 28 laws of mental health. It's the foundation for confidence, boundaries, healing, and growth. But more than words, I want you to feel this truth. That's why I wrote the song Priceless at the end of this video. Let the lyrics remind you again and again that your worth is unbreakable, unshakable, already set. Which part of this principle hit home for you today? Was it the newborn story, the journaling practice, or the song? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear. And if you want more principle-driven tools and the original songs that go with them, make sure to subscribe. This is just the beginning of the 28 laws of mental health. Remember this, your worth is already set. Nothing can shake it.
Cracked mirror, who stares back now? Familiar stranger, weary brow. Is this all I am, this fading photograph? Priceless, you were born, a divine design. Unbreakable, unshakable, that worth is yours and mine. Tiny kindness, a gentle touch, simple moments, meaning so much. the giant locked inside me. Priceless, you were born, a divine design. Unbreakable, unshakable, that worth is yours and mine. Briny kindness, a gentle touch, simple moments meaning so much. Does anyone see the giant locked inside me? Ooh, priceless, you were born,